Before you saw me, or maybe you did. You looked my way, then looked away, like crossing my eyes would change the past. I kept walking, so did you. Two people pretending the same memory didn't exist. Funny how strangers can know each other that well. I thought I'd be angry, but all I felt was quiet. You pretended not to see me, and I pretended it didn't matter. We were both good at acting. That's probably why nobody noticed our goodbye had never really ended. Survived. Maybe that's all this was. Not another chance, just proof we're still here. You pretended not to see me, I let you, because sometimes the kindest thing two broken people can do is keep walking. Already there. I didn't search, I didn't think. My fingers stopped above your name long enough to remember your voice. I pressed call and I hung up before it rang. Before you knew, I almost needed you again. Some decisions don't make a sound, but they change 'cause I knew I'd finally chosen myself. You don't always heal by saying something. Sometimes you heal by leaving it unsaid. I hung up before it rained, not because I stopped loving you, because I finally learned that missing someone isn't always a reason to go back. I passed your street without slowing down. At least that was the plan. Then I looked up, your window was still lit for a second. So was my heart. I wondered if you were home. Maybe someone else was funny. How one little light can pull you back years. I kept driving, but my thoughts didn't. The light was still on, mine wasn't. You kept living, I kept wondering. Maybe that window was never waiting for me. Only my memories were. Red light, I laughed, not because it was funny, because I finally realized I wasn't missing your house. I was missing who I used to be. Some streets don't change, people do. That's why they hurt. The light was still on, and somehow that was enough to remember, enough to smile, enough to keep driving without turning standing by the crossing with your hands buried deep inside your coat. For one small moment, it felt like nothing had changed. Then the traffic moved, and so did we. You looked in my direction, I know you did. Maybe you recognize my face, or maybe you only recognize the memory. Sometimes those two things are hard to tell apart. I could have smiled, I could have said your name instead. I let the silence make the decision for us. We both looked away at exactly the same time, like two people trying to protect a story that was already over. It wasn't hate, it wasn't pride, just two hearts finally learning how to leave each other without another goodbye. When I got home, I kept thinking about that little moment. Not because I wanted you back, because I realized I wasn't waiting anymore. I was simply remembering, and somehow those are not the same thing. If we ever meet again, I hope we won't need to pretend. Not because we belong together, because we finally learned how to carry the past without letting it carry us. We both looked away, and maybe that was our answer. Not every ending needs another conversation. Some love stories finish quietly, like the last light disappearing at the end of the street. So you leave through the station doors. You never hurried, always did, like someone who already knew where tomorrow was waiting. I stood there holding a coffee that had already gone cold. For 1 second I almost called your name, not to stop you, not to change your mind, just to hear how it would sound after all this time. But the train arrived, the doors closed, and the moment left with you. Sometimes the hardest goodbye is the one nobody hears. You didn't turn around, not even once. Maybe you couldn't, maybe you chose not to. I used to think I'd need an answer. Now I think your silence was answer enough. Walking home, I kept replaying those last few steps. Funny, I can't remember what you were wearing, but I remember the sound of your footsteps getting farther away. Some memories keep the smallest details and forget the rest. If I could change anything, it wouldn't be that day. It would be all the days before it, when we still believed love could survive without saying what we really felt. You didn't turn around, and maybe you didn't have to. Some people leave your life long before they walk away. I finally understood I wasn't watching you leave, I was watching the last version of us disappear. The radio found our song before I could change the station. I smiled without meaning to. Funny how one familiar melody can unlock a room inside your heart that you thought had already been emptied. I didn't turn it off, I didn't sing along, I just listened all the way through. It sounded different now, not because felt different when I got home tonight. I left my keys on the kitchen table, made some tea, opened the window, and somewhere between all those little things I realized I hadn't thought about you, not once. It wasn't planned, I didn't wake up trying to forget. The day simply filled itself with ordinary moments, a conversation, a laugh, a song on the radio, life quietly asking for my attention again. Then I smiled, not because I stopped loving you, because I finally noticed I was living between the memories. I didn't think of you today, and somehow that made me miss you for just a second. Then the feeling drifted away, like evening light leaving the windows. Maybe healing doesn't arrive all at once. Maybe it sounds exactly like this. If tomorrow your name finds its way back into my mind, I'll be alright, because now I know my heart has learned something it couldn't do before, to remember without getting lost. I used to believe moving on meant forgetting. Now I think it simply means your whole day no longer belongs to yesterday. I didn't think of you today, and that surprised me more than it hurt. Some stories don't disappear, they just become quieter, until one day they sound like a song you still love, but no longer need to play every night. This morning, without even thinking, I reached for 2 coffee cups, one for me, one for someone who doesn't live here anymore. Funny how the hands remember long after the heart begins to heal. I stood there looking at the empty cup, not because That's the hardest part, not the goodbye, the ordinary mornings after. Some routines take longer to forget than a name. I still set 2 cups every now and then, not because I'm waiting, just because some memories still wake up before I do. Then I smile, put 1 cup away, and let the morning begin again. The coffee tasted the same, the sunlight filled the room the same way. Only one thing had changed. I no longer felt like something was missing, only that something beautiful had once been here. Maybe healing isn't forgetting, maybe it's making 1 cup of coffee without feeling guilty for the second one that never needed to be poured. I still set 2 cups, less often now. Some mornings I don't even notice, and I think that's how love finally becomes gratitude. Instead of grief, 1 cup, 1 quiet smile, 1 more ordinary day I'm learning to call my own. I wasn't looking until I heard you laugh. It crossed the room before I ever found your face. Some sounds don't belong to the past, they simply wait for the wrong moment to find you again. When I finally looked, you were already smiling at someone else. You leaned a little closer, the way you used to when you were excited about something small. I caught myself remembering how that smile once belonged to ordinary evenings we never thought would end. Then I looked away, not because it hurt, because I understood. Some answers don't arrive in words, sometimes they arrive in someone else's happiness. You laughed before I did, and somehow that tiny little moment said everything we never could. You weren't pretending, you weren't hiding, you were simply living a life that no longer needed mine. like that, because loving someone should never mean wishing their joy had an ending. Maybe this is what goodbye was always meant to become. Not forgetting, not returning, just quietly making peace with a story that gave us more than it took away. You laughed before I did. Now I think that's alright. Some people teach us how to love, others teach us how to let love become a beautiful memory. Tonight I finally stopped asking life to rewrite our ending. The cafe wasn't busy, just quiet enough to hear the cups touching the tables. I walked to the corner where we always used to sit. Without thinking, I pulled out the second chair. It took me a second to remember I didn't have to anymore. I smiled anyway, mostly at myself. The waitress walked over with the same friendly smile. She almost asked the usual for two. Then she stopped. Maybe she remembered, maybe she didn't. I simply ordered one coffee and watched the empty chair stay exactly where it was. Funny how habits can outlive the people who created them. No one noticed what that empty chair meant to me. Maybe that's the strange thing about healing. It usually happens when nobody is looking. I almost saved you a seat, like every other Friday. Like some part of me still believed you were only running late. Then the coffee arrived, just one cup. The chair stayed empty, and somewhere between the first sip and the quiet, I realized I wasn't waiting for you anymore. I was saying goodbye in a very long time.
We met by chance outside the little bookstore where we used to spend entire Saturday afternoons. You looked happy, not the kind of happy people post online, the quiet kind that settles comfortably in someone's eyes. We talked like two old friends, careful, polite, almost too comfortable. You told me about your new apartment, the long drive to work every morning, the plans you keep forgetting to water. Then you smiled and said, we're thinking about getting a dog. You said we so naturally, I don't think you even noticed, but I did. That single word stayed with me long after the conversation ended. It's strange how one simple word can quietly remind you that life has kept moving, even when part of your heart was still standing still. You started saying we again, and this time it wasn't us. I kept smiling, I kept listening, because loving someone sometimes means accepting that their happiness has found another place to call home. It hurt, but not the way it used to. It hurt like watching the last page of a beautiful book close by itself. Walking away, I realized I couldn't remember the last time I imagined us together. Maybe that part had already faded. What remained was gratitude, not because everything ended well, because once upon a time we made each other feel less alone. And maybe that was enough. Some people don't leave you with broken promises, they leave you with better memories. Then you know what to do with. Perhaps that's why they're so difficult to let go. You started saying we again, and I finally understood. It didn't erase what we once were. It simply meant our story. It didn't sound like goodbye. It sounded like life continuing. This afternoon, I was cleaning out the drawer beside my bed. Old receipts, a faded movie ticket, a hotel key I couldn't even remember using. Then I found a tiny paper note written in your handwriting. Nothing romantic, just a grocery list we forgot to throw away. I stood there smiling because somehow that ordinary little piece of paper had survived longer than we did. I sat down without realizing it, read those few words over and over again. Milk, bread, coffee, orange juice. Funny how something so ordinary could suddenly carry the weight of an entire year. I didn't miss the shopping, I missed the life hidden between those simple words. The little routines we never imagined would become memories. People always tell you that love ends with one big moment. They never tell you how often eyes closing. That chapter 2. That chapter 2. My old phone finally gave up after years of cracked glass and charging cables that only worked if I held them at just the right angle. So I bought a new one. The screen was brighter, everything felt faster. The shop assistant smiled and asked if I wanted to transfer my contacts. I said yes, without thinking how many names no longer belonged to my life. Later that night, I searched for your number, not because I wanted to call. I don't even know what I would have said. I just wondered if I still remembered it. The first few digits came easily, the rest disappeared somewhere between yesterday and the life I'm living now. I stared at the blank screen longer than I expected, not with sadness, just with surprise. We always think the heart forgets first. Sometimes it's the memory that quietly lets go. I couldn't remember your number, and somehow that felt impossible. There was a time I could dial it without looking, half asleep, half smiling. Now all I could remember was the sound of your voice answering, hey, like there was all the time in the world. Maybe love doesn't leave all at once. Maybe it disappears one small detail at a time. Myself another cup of tea. Outside, someone laughed across the street. A bus rolled by, the city kept moving the way it always does. I realized I wasn't mourning a phone number. I was saying goodbye to the version of myself who believed I would remember everything forever. Sometimes forgetting isn't betrayal, it's simply proof that life has kept walking. If one day you called me again, I probably wouldn't know the number, but I'd know your laugh, the little pause before you answered, and the kindness you carried into ordinary conversations. Some things never fit inside a contact list. I couldn't remember your number, but I remembered who I became because I loved you. Maybe that's enough. Some memories aren't meant to stay perfect. didn't feel like losing, it felt like growing.